Chapter 10. Loyalty. It's raining, and the skies are slightly dark. The rain soaks through the wet sod and continually wets everyone at the funeral. A lot of people arrive to pay their last respects. The rain doesn't discourage people, proving that Mr. D, Nathaniel Amos Dyer, was truly loved by many. Ashanti and Mayan are standing by the edge of the freshly dug dirt. As they each hold a single white rose, tears mixed with the rain puts a salty taste in their mouths. P-Funk and Killer observe from a distance, not wanting to be caught up in all the emotions that are flowing. After the funeral, dinner is being served at Mayan's. Although she loves to cook, this occasion makes her sad. Everyone knows that she and Mr. D were close. What they didn't know was that they were also lovers. This explains the constant flow of tears at every mention of his name. The dinner serves as a reunion for P-Funk, Killer, Ashanti, Michelle, Cedra, and Tyra. For just a few hours, it feels like old times, like they're all back at the condo. They all wish that things had never changed, but it's no way to get back yesterday. They reminisce from the day that they first met Paul, how they cleaned out the Lakeside Mall, bringing him the freshest gear just because he was Ashanti's man. Troy Dale joins in the conversation, realizing that he can't get around the fact that Ashanti will never get over P-Funk, and it's better to be friends than enemies, especially where a heart is concerned. Chicks are known to do some wild stuff about a guy. That's what gets them mentally twisted. Anyway, funerals have a way of making people realize the importance of life. As it turns out, Ashanti urged Mrs. Johnson to sell the old building to P-Funk. In fact, she has gotten her to sell it for $50,000, almost $40,000 less than market value. P-Funk knows this is a come-up. Going in, he already has a $40,000 profit. Uwe Beauticians is expected its grand opening in 2 weeks. The shop is the talk of the city, which makes P-Funk proud. P-Funk has Queen Tracy running the salon, but Ashanti remains his eyes and ears. This has actually gotten their friendship to better terms. However, he still regards her as off limits because of the way she treated him while he was locked up. He thinks to himself, maybe one day I'll be able to forgive her. Yeah, right. Word about the grand opening of Uwe spread like a forest fire. DJ Pee Wee from Hot 11 FM made sure that everyone knew that Saturday at 1 p.m., the parking lot of Uwe's would be a party to remember. Females, ballers, sack chasers, gold diggers, professionals, hood rats, and good girls showed up in droves. Just like honey attracts bees, the fellas followed the chicks there. From six-figure niggas to shorty on the block, they all came. Jerry, Cat Daddy, and the Hounds were chasing Penny and the Cat Pound all over the lot. Fiends were everywhere selling everything from hot dogs to sandals. Hairdos and haircuts were half price. Queen Tracy gave out free cookies and sodas. Hairdos and haircuts were half price. The best part about the whole afternoon was no one got hurt, there was no shootings or any robberies. Things went smooth. With P-Funk visiting the shop often, Cedra's trying to get some more of that John. It has been a long time since he laid that vicious dick game down on her, and she definitely needs her oil change. After several phone calls, P-Funk finally gives her his address and tells her what time to arrive. Still considering himself the ultimate player, he has something special planned for her, something she'll never forget. P-Funk takes pride in his game, and for this special occasion, he'll take tips learned from Mrs. Davis. Throughout all of their love-making sessions, she has proven to be an expert in foreplay. He lets the sounds of Gerald Levert play as he lays rose petals from the front door all the way to the bathtub and from the bathtub to the bedroom. After running the bubble bath, he sits a bottle of Remy next to the tub. As silly as it seems, he's making a tribute to his main girl. When the doorbell rings, he switches the CD to Teddy Pendergrass. Now he's ready. Cedra enters the house and is shocked by the rose petals and sensual atmosphere. Her excitement is immediately shown through her shirt. Her nipples looked like gumdrops. She knew all along what she was coming to get, but seeing how romantic P-Funk is being is erotic. Needless to say, her clothes, purse, and bags were left at the entrance. They make love for hours, both ignoring their cell phones. All they want is to keep coming, over and over again. The weekend is finally coming to an end, and it's then that P-Funk turns her out. After making love to her in every imaginable position, he decides to check the back door. Turnover. What's that? Just relax. Boy, that feels funny. He kisses her deeply and smoothly while he tries to come through the back door. At first, Cedra moans in pain, but after several climatic-induced strokes, her moans turned into sounds of joy. They make love like this until they both pass out, too exhausted to move. During this same weekend, Mr. Davis hires a private investigator to follow his wife. Everything he feels that she's telling him is not true. He feels that she's cheating, but he needs proof. Due to her connections, Mrs. Davis discovers that she's being followed and pays the guy double to give her husband good reports. This goes on for several weeks. During this time, she's craving P-Funk so bad, she administers self-assisted orgasms at home and at work. P-Funk has become her obsession. Just the thought of him moistens her and sends her into an erotic rage. She refuses to be intimate with her husband until he calls off the investigator. She thinks to herself, how stupid can he be? Doesn't he notice that the guy is double charging the credit cards? Stevie Wonder could see that she's hip to his ass. This is getting old, and Mrs. Davis is determined to make love to P-Funk soon. She has no idea what's going to happen.
It's Terrence Gangsta Williams, aka OG Kickin'.